All right, so for today, we're going to be doing some good old-fashioned Bogles, or Bogles, depending on who you ask. The main point of the deck is to play these beautiful hex-proof creatures, such as the Glade Clever Scout and the Slippery Bogle. They are just 1/1s for 1 that have hexproof, meaning our opponents can't target them. And then we can target them, so we suit it up with as many enchantments as possible, making them as big as we can, and smacking our opponent's face and hoping that they'll die from that. This mainly utilizes cards like Ethereal Armor, which gives +1/+1 for each enchantment, meaning minimalistically it's +1/+1 in first strike, but as we can stack lots of these 1-mana enchantments or 2-mana enchantments, it becomes real big real quick. And then things like Daybreak Coronet give us lifelink and vigilance. Spirit Link gives us lifelink. Then we also run things like Core Spirit Dancer, which will allow us to draw cards and gets bigger with each aura attached to it. And because the main board doesn't have any Leyline of Sanctities, we can run a Lurrus. And then for the matchups where we need the Leylines, we can board in the Leyline of Sanctities. And then we also have 3 Gaddock Teagues for matchups where we need to stop them from casting big things like Tron or casting X spells. So we got that. Then you've also got the Soul Guide Lanterns as a way to deal with the graveyard decks because of that nice ETB trigger. And then it can also be sacrificed to exile the entire yard if need be. Then because this deck absolutely folds to Chalice of the Void on 1, because as you can see, we're running 31 drops. We have Force of Vigors in the sideboard because we need a way to kill that card. That's the quick, dirty rundown of what Bogles is, and let's take it into some leagues and see how we can do with it. Okay, Lurrus definitely comes in. And it's got a Glade cover, it's got a Temple Garden, and a Daybreak Coronet, and an Ethereal Armor. And we've got Path for removal. This hand looks great to me. Unless they have discard. Well, they mulliganed to 4, so it's probably Tron. We can remove that upkeep stop. We don't need that ever again. Windswept Heath. Devoted Druid? Panza. You that this Glade cover will get destroyed. Show me the turn 2 moon. If they don't have the turn 2 moon, we definitely use Windswept Heath here and get ourselves a Plains. Red, green, tap, do this, show me the moon, make me cry. Sweet. Pitched a land. Play out this Slippery Boy. Get ourselves a basic Plains here. Play out this Ethereal Armor. We've got ourselves a 2/2 with first strike. Interesting that they chose to throw the Pyromancer in front of that. Utopia Sprawl's there. Meaning they have 5 now. Red, untap. Yeah. I know how this works. Questing Beast. Vigilance, Death Touch, Haste. Okay. You have a Questing Beast. We will go ahead and get ourselves our last basic here. This does play into them having... what's it called? Pillage. But we got down our Daybreak Coronet. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to be swinging for 6, gaining 6. They're swinging for 4, not gaining anything. They'll eventually have to block with this Questing Beast, and we have first strike. Let's see what we'd be drawing. Ooh, second Coronet would be brutal. All right. So we don't know what exactly our opponent's on other than probably a Ponza list. We don't know if these Force of Vigors are going to be good or bad because they're either on Blood Moon or they're on Mages of the Moon. Mages of the Moon we have absolutely 0 way to deal with. We can deal with the Blood Moons by using Force of Vigor. We are, however, up some game. We're up 1 game. So I think we just run it back. Like Gaddock Teague doesn't really do anything. They don't cast non-creature spells. Really? Like the ones that they do is Chandra, Torch of Defiance, which we don't care about. Leyline of Sanctities, they don't target us. They target our permanents. And they don't do things with the graveyard, really. So it's just run this back. Run it back, hope that we can be faster than Ponza. There's a Lurrus. Reveal the Lurrus. And looks keepable to me. Now is when we get blown out by a turn 2. Okay, forest plus elf. This makes me want to lead on forests. Just so that way we have one of the colors of mana that our hand requires. And this way, if opponent has the Blood Moon, we're not out of the game. Okay, so they are running Blood Moon. It's good to note that it's Blood Moon and not Magus. That means we can board in our forces here. That we can go for the Rancor and smack for 3. One, two, three, untap. Yep. Questing Beast. Yeah. Spider Umbra. That way we have our totem armor. See if they've got stuff. They have a mountain. What do they still have in hand? Pillages our forests. We're not out if we can draw basic plains. See. So we smack them for 4. They go down to 12. They now need a pillage number 2 to hit our Grispoon. Or hit our plains. Questing Beast? Sure. Please let us hit our second basic plains here. That way we can just Daybreak Coronet. We go down to 9. Ethereal Armor is pretty good. Seeing it's now a 7/5, meaning it's a 2-turn clock. We lose to exactly another hasty creature that isn't this questing beast. I'll take those odds. Cool. Bogles, getting in past the Blood Moon, mainly because we got extremely lucky and drew the plains off the top. But hey, they don't need to know that. We always had it, right? See you guys in match 2. This is a mulligan. Both revealed a Lurrus. This is a keep. Bottom plains. All right. So those who don't know who Ghost is, he is another Magic streamer. And looks like he's on Mill. So we'll be in for a fun time here. Spider Umbra. Okay. All right. Doesn't have the double crab plan. That gets themselves a basic island. Ouch, it's a daybreak. It's 2 daybreaks. Real good for Ghost. If we had daybreaks in hand. So the downside here is he's holding up Drown in the Lock mana. Yep, there's the drown in the lock, as we were expecting. That's fine. That's what, 4 total? We can't swing into the crab right now. Next turn we have Path plus Umbra. And Vision Cycles. Vision Cycles. Okay. Plays a land. Mills with crab a bit. Path your crab. They have blue. Spider Umbra. Ethereal Armor. Combat swing for 6. Take them down to 13. Blue to Delta. Cracks the Delta. Gets a snow-covered island. Can put Lurrus into hand. Hard casts Archive Trap. That's a fun one. We hit a Rancor here, which is pretty good for us. Swing for 9 with first strike, reach, trample. Ghost is down to 3. Facing good old Millman. Okay. He doesn't have an out. We would draw land. That's not great for us. So, mill. We can board the ley lines in. It's not phenomenal from the aspect of it only stops glimpses, archive traps, and hedron crabs. But hey, we don't really need to be gaining life with these spirit links. Rancor's all right. Spider Ember's pretty mediocre. What's Hyena Abra? Hyena Ember's first strike. I'd rather have first strike than that. There we go. So hopefully we'll see a ley line with a keepable 6. Never know. Okay. Nope. And just doesn't do anything. This is keepable. Not a big fan of keeping it. We'll bottom the Spirit Dancer. I guess crab. Yeah. They have crab. We slipping and sliding. Interesting that neither of us revealed Lurrus. Okay, we're gonna get milled for quite a bit here. Yep. Mills for even more. Has black mana to extirpate? That's actually a really good draw. You let's go ahead and land the Ethereal Armor while you don't have a counter magic. And the Rancor while you don't have a counter magic. Okay. We get milled for another 6. It's quite a bit. Daybreak, Daybreak, Daybreak. Yeah, well, we're not drawing that other Daybreak. Crabs don't come a-swinging. We try to resolve a Griffspoon. I'm assuming it's no. Yep. Begin combat. Swing for 5. Do we chump some of it? No. Okay, Ghost. Does not have double black for Bantus or Damnation. Now has it. Put it into play tapped. Interesting. Just yield to those. Show me the counter magic. I force you to have double drown. Else you have to start blocking with crabs. There we go. Swing for 9. They can block a bit. Echoing Truce the Rancor back to hand. Okay. Blocks with Hedron Crab. We go to 22. We pass the turn. Hope they don't have another Echoing Truth to bounce the Ethereal Armor. Okay, Water Grave probably taps. Yep. Mills over 3. Mesmeric Orbs. Okay. Holds up Drown in the Lock mana. Has 1 card left in hand. Yeah, we'll mill 2. Yep. Ghost goes down to 2. Mills Ensnaring Bridge and Echoing Truth. Oh no. All right. And getting there against Ghost, getting it 2-0. It's not a great matchup, so I'm not surprised. Anyway, let's continue with the streak and see what we can do. Okay. Do that, do this. So it's interesting, because turn 3 we can suit this up and it'll be pretty savage. Even if we don't do anything turn 1. Windswept Heath fetches. It's a basic forest. Plays out a hierarch. Makes me a little worried. White, green, core spirit, dancer, pass turn. They either have path or they don't. Or they have the apparition. Okay. Well, we get punished for not keeping a hexproof creature. On the bright side, as soon as we find one, we're golden. May get in for 4 here. Yep. Planes, I guess we'll put Lurrus into hand. They draw a card off their canopy. Play down Giver. Gets in for 4 again, probably. Has Spike Feeder. Okay, so this is green-white. Probably just green-white company counters. Yep. And we take 4. We go down to 10. Would you look at that? Okay. Play down Lurrus. Yep. Gain your life, opponent. We'll play down this Bogle. You can gain your life, opponent. We're playing Lurrus here strictly as a blocker, because then we get to go Armor, Coronet, and Griffspoon. Second Spike Feeder, cool. They have one card in hand. It's probably not any form of counter magic. They could go with a apparition. Go here. That go here. And a Griffspoon. Swing for 8 with flying and lifelink first strike vigilance. Opponent needs to go off this turn. Coco finds Iliad Ballista? Iliad Thalia. So if they have Ballista... Oh, wait, no, they have infinite life now, don't they? Yep, they have infinite life. Which is unfortunate for us. Yeah. I'll hit 6. You get to eat up as much time as you want. See, the problem is I gain just as much life, opponent. Just because you can go infinite, I still gain life. You're not making your creatures bigger. This is just eating up your clock. Okay. Okay. Pick a number, opponent. Do this all you want. You're not growing your creatures. You're not advancing the board state. Hmm. Okay, you're finally gonna go with the giver. Thank you. Once they land a hardened scales, we concede. Until then, they go infinite. Neat. Second giver. They gain a life. And put a counter on their spike feeder. Whatever is this card in their hand? Probably a path. Opponent wanted a click fest, they'll get a click fest. Mm-hmm. Go off, opponent. Again, you're not advancing the board state. You're eating your own clock alive here. Because here's the other thing. I'm at 28. I'm gonna make you click through it. Each turn this creature gets to attack is eating your clock alive. I know this is extremely rude to do. At the same time, don't play a clickfest deck if you don't want to play a clickfest. Opponent's up to 31. I need to get to at least 40. Here we go. Opponent takes 39, goes down to 2. We're at 137. Hmm. They might time out in game one. Hmm. Opponent's like, damn it. Hmm. Okay. Okay, what do we have to beat them? It's like Leyline of Sanctity stops them from being able to target us with Ballista. Teague makes it so they can't cast Coco. I like Teague. Okay, Mulligan. Keep. Putting back Temple Garden. Yeah. You have your turn one, I have my turn one. We both know what's happening. I'm trying to kill you before you can establish a lock. Lots of hierarchs. Or Coco. Ballista on 2. Okay. Beginning of combat, put a +1/+1 on target creature. Okay, so they're gonna just pump Ballista. Putting it to 3. We now need removal for Ballista. That's not removal. Let's go ahead and draw ourselves a card. All right. Meaning if they have it, they have it. See if they want to block. They probably don't. Surprise, surprise. Hierarch number 4. Well, you still don't have anything. And guess what? I'm blocking that son of a bitch. So why I played the scout. Okay. You that Teague. Opponent goes down to 5. If we rip Spirit Mantle off the top, they lose. Okay, you can pump Ballista. Yeah, I know. Ballista's at 5. Ballista will be at 6. Going to 10. Okay, we lose. Especially with the Giver. Shoots Teague. You had kill. Shoots Teague. Yep, goes to 9. Albeit 1. There we go. Shouldn't have conceded. Should have waited until you advanced the board state. Worst comes to worst, you time out game 1. All right. Rude way to win it, but we'll take it. 2-0, 2-0, 2-0 with Bogles. We won die roll. We will gladly take the play. We'll reveal the Lurrus. So another interesting one. We'll try it. Why not? Opponent mulligan to 6. Down to 5. Makes me feel all right keeping this. We'll go with the Windswept Heath past the turn. Polluted Delta cracks it. Oh no. Snow-covered island is what they grab. Crab. Another mill list? Sweet. Now I don't know if it's self-mill or not. But we came to play. Okay. It is a self-mill deck. Vespalark. It's Vespalark Reanimator. Fluffy, no. What'd you do? Okay. Nothing that they really want to get back with Vespalark. Ooh, Daybreak's real good there. You Ethereal Armor, cast trigger. Yes, yield. There's our path. We've got a nice big old fat butt. There's nothing in the graveyard that we're afraid of yet. Hadron Crab targets themselves. Sounds good. Nothing to reanimate. If they make us discard, we discard these lands. Cool. So we know we're facing Vespelark Reanimator only because Soul Guide Lanterns get in here. Man, I'm glad I watched Fluffy, and I'm glad I mod for him. He plays such unique decks that it's like you'd see that, you'd go, what the heck are they playing? No, I can bet you I know the exact 60. We can take out Spider Umbra. Yeah, there we go. Running like so. Let's see how we can do against a Vespelark Reanimator. Yeah, this hand's quick enough. And turn 1, Scout. Turn 2, suited up with a Rancor and a Grist Boon. So that way we can get past the crab. Hit in for 4 and then hit in for more. Yep, Island Crab. Sounds good. Ooh, the Spirit Dancer. We'll do that on turn 3. I still think it's correct to get in for 4. But I feel card replacement is probably what we want to be doing after that. Yeah. Always yield. Vespelark on Burial Rites. Okay. Neat cards. Fetches. What does Collective Brutality? Does nothing, right? We don't do instants and sorceries. You can't target some of our creatures. Okay. Stitchers is good. So that's a sorcery. They still haven't hit anything worth reanimating in their graveyard yet. It's a bit unfortunate for them. Dryad Arbor. Griff's Boon. Rancor. Swing for 4. Crab mills themselves. Body double has been hit. We now have a target for Vespelark. The problem is that only grabs another Vespelark. Another body double. Opponent gets in for 1. I won't block it. Second Stitchers comes down, hits. Again, nothing great for their targets. So this is real unfortunate. We'll play that out. Play out the Spirit Dancer. And combat, get in for 4. So they'll now be able, if they have a land drop, to flashback and burial rites, right? Yes. They don't have any great targets, however. They still don't. Like, their best target here is a Vespalark. And that's because it has flying, so they can block our 4-1 with trample. That's extremely unfortunate. I like seeing the Vespalark deck work. And this Hyena Umbra. Always yield. Always yes. That you hear that. See, the problem is 7 ain't dead. We'll take him to 1. Opponent's at 1. Opponent's got to kill us. Opponent conceded. Okay. So we would have drawn... Wow. We would have drawn that. We would have redrawn using Dryad Arbor. We would have drawn a Canopy. We would have played out our Windswept Heath, cracked it, and then we don't know. Okay. Well, we're 4-0 with Bogles. Let's see if we can get this 5-0. There's our punishment. So, like, this is a keep. Bottoming a Glade cover here. Because if we can rip more... If we can rip enchantments, we'll start to run real nice. Tron. Okay. Please don't be E-Tron and have Chalice. Go with the Glade cover. Go with our Griff's Boon. Combat, get in for 2. Well, okay, that's real good for us. Unless they have like perfect Tron here. So white, go with this. Swing for 6. Yep, they crack a relic. Do they have exactly Tron? Nope. Oh, it's blue. Blue Tron. Okay. So, like, they can condescend for 2. If that's really what they want to do, they can do it. Okay, opponent's down to 5. They thirst for knowledge. Pitch contortion in a field of ruin. And blast zone on 1. It's funny at how perfect of an answer that is. Like, they have to pop it here. And I think our Glade cover would still live. Yep. They go to 4. Hyena Umbra passed the turn. Assembles Tron. Doesn't do anything with Tron assembled. I mean, you either have it or you either have the counterspell or you don't. Cool. No, we don't pay for Condescend. They get to scry too. And take opponent down to 2. Thirsts for knowledge. Discards a gemstone, discards dismember. Plays out field. I'm just gonna try to turn this thing sideways. It's either gonna work or it's not. Cool. They field our canopy. We go get a basic plains. They have a basic island, so they can counter anything that we try. Well, let's try to turn our creature sideways. Has a Snapcaster? Neat. Snapcaster Spatial Contortion? Cool. Blocks like so. Razor Verge. Spirit Dancer. Pass turn. When it's at 2, they've got 2 threats to deal with. 1 they can't target. They thirst again. Come on, opponent. Pick your cards. Looks like we're just gonna Grift Boon there and then swing for lethal. Was there a way to stifle the activated ability? Maybe they have Ugin. Ugin down tick for 2. That's their out. 4 mana. What? Thought Knot? Just as a blocker. Karn. Okay. Karn down tick get bridge. And that doesn't work. You have 3. You're at 2. Opponent should concede here. They shouldn't let me see whatever they're revealing. Mainly from the aspect of I don't think it's gonna change this game at all. Engineered explosives on 1. Okay. So sadly, because we can only do Griff Spoon at sorcery speed, that will actually work. You go get Dryad Arbor. Neat. Make him pop the EE. Game has ended. Okay. So we'd be putting Lurrus into hand, and then we'd draw Spirit Dancer. I mean, at that point it's Lurrus. And suit up the Spirit Dancer? Cool. So facing Tron, Teague comes in. Arguably Force of Vigor? Since it's Blue Tron, they've got a good amount of artifacts. We could bring in Soul Guide Lantern. Let me read Mindslaver real quick. How does that card read? Mindslaver, you control target player. So it does target. Because it's that and it's Ballista. I believe that's typically how they do it. Okay, so we want to take out Spirit Links, Paths. They don't run a lot of creatures. We're trying to just be fast. You can shave on a Spirit Dancer. Shave on Spider Umbra. Yeah. Run it like that. We are 4-0 up a game against Blue Tron. Let's hope we can hit this 5-0. So our main problem is gonna be if they have Chalice. We don't have a good way to answer Chalice. But like Gaddock Teague stops Condescend, it stops Karn the Great Creator, it stops a lot of what they do. Opponent's deciding if they want to go first. They do indeed. This hand would be absolutely crazy. This is a keep. Bottom. Guess it's bottom Hyena Umbra. Done. Leyline of Sanctity. Pass. Obero. Drops map. Sounds good. Temple Garden, shock it in, Glade Cover Scout, pass the turn. Go ahead and play out the Dryad Arbor. Spell Pierce. Okay. Dismembers the Dryad Arbor. Okay. So they can field our Temple Garden if they really wanted to. They don't seem too interested in fielding the Temple Garden. And cracks the map. Map gets Urza's Tower. Okay. They play Blast Zone. Makes sense, since we put in the ley lines, we can't do Lurrus. Let's draw ourselves a card. Let's go with a tapped Temple Garden and pass the turn. Chalice on one. Yep. Neat. We're seeing everything that we want to here. And still waiting on them to present us with a win condition. Neat. I'll float a green. We'll get a plains. Razor Verge, pass turn. Windswept, fetch for a basic here. Green, white, green, ley line. Undo. One of those needs to be tapped for white. Try to resolve second ley line. I'm assuming it's not going to resolve, but hey, it did. Neat. What is opponent's win condition? White, white, green, green, ley line. I guess they could draw their, if they're the infinite combo, they can draw their deck, which will show them Echoing Truth, maybe. Okay, well, there's a win condition. They can just beat down with a Nimble Instructionist. So we know that they have creatures. Thirst for Knowledge. Discards Field and Relic. Hand's real good if we can draw a creature. And they don't have counter magic. Again, Bluetron, they have counter magic. Down to 8. Creature in the top 2. No, but we're gonna hit all of our ley lines. We go down to 5. They drop something big here. Is it Ulamog? It's Ballista for 4. So we are dead if they untap. Oh wait, no we're not. They can't target us. Well, now I can't play this Gaddock Teague now. Because they have a Ballista for 4, but we have to play the Gaddock Teague. And hope they don't shoot it twice. Spirit Mantle. Resolve? Darn, they saw the line. Okay. So we die to the Ballista and the Nimble. Okay, they turned him sideways. They saw the line. They had to turn their creatures sideways. Okay, so they run Chalice. That's good to note. Force of Vigors can come in. Ley lines can come out. Then we can bring back in a Spirit Dancer. No, let's bring back in an Umbra so that way we have more green cards. Sure. It's a 1-lander again, but it's a 1-lander that's got a lot of 1-drops. Blue. Can we hit a land? No, we cannot. Let's go with the Hyena Umbra. As Spell Pierce. Neat. Let me guess, you kept Spell Pierce into Chalice on 1, didn't you? No Chalice on 1? Meaning Condescend for 1? Yep. I was kind of hoping to draw some lands. There we go. Rancor. Does it stick? It sticks. Rancor. Swing for 5. Opponent goes to 13. They thirst. Pitching Chalice. Hers is Power Plant. Map. Map can go get something. We'll go land, try to resolve this Daybreak. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm assuming it won't, but means that they can't search with the map. Take opponent down to 8. And plays a land. Passes. Repeals a Rancor, sure. Target creature gets +3, -3. Okay. I'd love to draw a card. Cracks map can go get Blast Zone and play Blast Zone and pop it. That's their plan here. Okay. You either let this connect and you go to 2, and I put Lurrus into my hand, or you blow up Blast Zone and I make a big Boggle. Okay. They go that route. Rancor returns to our hand. Second main, we will go Boggle. Rancor. Ethereal Armor. Pass the turn. Oh, wow. How long ago was that? Opponent concedes. We get the 5-0 with Bogles. So, we got the 5-0 with Bogles. When it works, it works. It's a very fun deck. The whole hexproof thing, so they can't target your stuff. It feels really nice. The spirit dancers to draw you additional cards, always fun. And then you just suit up your dudes and go to town. Lurrus, we didn't cast Lurrus a whole lot, but we had the threat and we had the option of doing so, and it would have done us a lot of good. So yeah, Bogles, man, it's a fun one. Definitely pick it up if you're interested.